From a split-second decision that flipped the script to daring escapes that go horribly wrong, these are moments people broke the law and faced instant consequences.
Fire burned through it.
Firefighters don't play when seconds matter. A car parked way too close to a fire hydrant, blocking firefighters in the middle of a raging blaze. With flames destroying millions in property, there was no time to argue or tow. One firefighter sprinted into action,
Fire burned through it.
shattering the passenger window, then the driver's side without hesitation. They fed the fire hose straight through the car, unlocking the hydrant and unleashing the lifeline needed to battle the inferno. So the next time you think about squeezing into that spot, remember, park at least 15 feet from a hydrant or risk losing your windows in seconds. Two reckless drivers turned the highway into their personal racetrack, ignoring every traffic law in sight. But their high-speed stunt came crashing down, literally, when the reckless race ended in a fatal collision. A highway is not a playground. Treat it like one, and you don't just risk your car, you risk your life. Caught on CCTV, a high-speed chase spilled into the streets, looking more like an action movie than real life.
That's a high-speed chase.
A pizza delivery guy, box in hand, stepped up to the chaos, watching as the suspect tried to flee on foot.
Oh my God, Jaeger! Oh my God, Jaeger! There's a high-speed chase!
But before the suspect could make it far, the delivery guy cut him off,
No!
shutting down the escape in one brave move. Sometimes heroes don't wear badges or capes. Sometimes they just deliver pizza.
Get the f*** the ground.
In Gray Stance, a pickup truck driver pushed way past the speed limit, making an unlawful overtake that instantly drew attention. Unbeknownst to him, his reckless move had just triggered nearby police. The 19-year-old was swiftly pulled over and arrested, caught doing 123 kilometers an hour in a 50 zone. Speeding might feel like a rush, but all it really does is fast-track you straight into handcuffs. This reckless driver thought it'd be funny to drench a bystander with a massive splash of water, but karma struck instantly. The cop was right there at the right time, watching it all unfold. Disrespect the public, and you might just get served justice on the spot. Caught on dash cam in Russia, a passenger thought it was okay to litter right out the car window, but the driver wasn't having it. Without hesitation, he sprang into action to set things straight.
Кажется, кто-то уже приехал.
Right there on the spot, the passenger got a harsh reality check he won't forget. Respect the streets you drive on, because not everyone will stay silent when you trash their environment. A car sat parked in a spot where it clearly didn't belong, and the tow truck was ready to haul it away. But just as the hook was set, the owners jumped in and made a wild, desperate drive away. The escape didn't come clean. The reckless move ripped into the car's rear bumper, proving that fighting off a tow truck usually costs more than just a ticket, if you're lucky. A fleet of cars pulled into a parking lot and outpoured a mob of masked men armed with sledgehammers storming toward a jewelry store. They thought they had the upper hand, smashing their way in as terrified staff ran for safety, but they missed one detail. The store had a gun. The owner pulled out his rifle and fired a single warning shot. In seconds, the mob scattered, fleeing back to their vehicles. The store was saved, and the only scar left was a cracked bulletproof glass. Proof that sometimes one shot is all it takes to flip the script. In Miami, a real-life GTA scene unfolded when two suspects sparked a high-speed chase through city streets. They ditched their first car, hijacked another, and pushed the chaos even further. But their reckless run came to a brutal end when they crashed into another vehicle, forcing them to flee on foot. Officers stayed locked on their trail until both suspects were arrested and taken into custody. In the real world, every chase has a finish line. A masked man stormed into a store, thinking it would be an easy score, but quick-thinking staff weren't about to play victim. He pulled a gun and turned the tables instantly. Frozen in place, the robber was held until police arrived. His big heist ended before it even began. Hopefully that's one lesson he won't forget. A customer suddenly brandished a gun at the cashier, expecting fear and chaos, but she didn't flinch. Instead, she calmly continued her task, refusing to give in to the threat. The gunman froze in awe, giving another customer the chance to intervene and chase him away. Sometimes courage isn't loud, it's the quiet, bold moves that save the day. A man suddenly parked in front of a store, pulled a chain from his truck, and smashed the entrance glass. He dragged one end of the chain into the store, bound it to some equipment, then tried to reconnect both ends, but luck wasn't on his side. After much effort with no success, he drove off, leaving behind a trail of damage. Some plans fail, but the consequences always hit first. A man just returned home from work and pulled into his garage, followed closely by another vehicle carrying masked gunmen. They approached and tried to get their way in. With doors and windows locked, the driver quickly hatched a plan to de-escalate the situation. He quickly shifted into reverse, smashing into the mob's car multiple times. Even while they scrambled to escape, he continued ramming them. Running out of options, the gunmen abandoned their vehicle and fled on foot, only to be arrested by police. Sometimes, quick thinking can turn a dangerous situation around. There are consequences for every action. Always make the right decision and take the right action. Subscribe now for more videos like this, packed with real-life thrills and jaw-dropping moments.